What's up, YouTube? Here we are again, another week, another podcast. I want to start this one off real quick by talking about stuff. So I went to the mall yesterday. Something I don't really do. I was just going to find a shirt and some shoes, new outfit to wear for the podcast, something simple. And I was walking around, and I'm not very good at shopping at all. And I was walking around, and I realized how hard it is to find a simple shirt, sweats, and shoes. It's so many different items in shopping malls, and I guess that's the point, right? You want to go there for variety, but it got so overwhelming for me to where I literally couldn't find anything to wear, anything to buy to wear, nothing at all. And I looked around, and everyone was just all over the place, here, there. Shoes are all different colors and styles, and shirts can't even be regular shirts anymore. They got to be all ripped up and different colors everywhere. So I realized that people really do like a lot of stuff. I mean, when you go around, you notice, you go to people's houses, you talk to people. I mean, you see they have a lot of stuff. But why though? Why do everybody have a lot of stuff? Like, I think a lot of people can walk around their house and look at things they have and know what it is, but don't really know why they have it. It's just something to occupy space. So much stuff we have, and we don't. Do we really need it? I'm not sure, but I probably need to put stuff in this room, and maybe that'll help with the echo, because our last podcast, oh my goodness, that echo was horrible. Hopefully it's a little better this episode, but I'm actually going to have to put stuff in this room to eliminate the echo, but that's stuff for a purpose, right? I'm not really a big fan of stuff, and I think a lot of times people have stuff that they don't really need. They just have it, and sometimes they don't even know why. So what is the deal with all this stuff? Anyway, getting to the news, I picked up a couple topics that may or may not interest y'all, some things y'all may or may not know about. But one thing we always gonna talk about is sports, because I am a sports guy. I've played sports the majority of my life, and I love them. So we always gonna talk about sports. Let's see. Well, in the news, Pete Davidson is going to space with with Jeff Bezos' travel venture, Blue Origin. Now, I don't know if y'all know who Pete Davidson is, but he's the actor from Saturday Night Live. He's a pretty funny guy, man, and he's currently dating Kim Kardashian. Yeah, Kanye West's wife, Kim Kardashian, ex-wife. They should be divorced by now, whatever. And I think it's unfortunate, man, that Kanye West is harassing that dude. Like, why? Kanye, you got to understand, she's not with you anymore. You guys are not together. You got to let her be happy, man. And even if you don't wish her the best or wish her well, you can't, you can't verbally say that stuff, because now you're coming off as a hater, basically, for lack of better words. You and her had y'all thing, y'all had y'all kids, it didn't work out. She moved on. You moved on too. You actually got a woman that kind of looked like Kim K. You just got to let it go, man. I mean, everyone deserves to be happy. Sometimes relationships don't work. Sometimes people aren't meant to be in our lives forever. And, she moved on. Honestly, I'm not sure what Kanye's son, Kim Kardashian, any of those Kardashians, but, to each their own, man. Let them live their life. Moving on. Obama got COVID-19. Yeah, vaccinated Obama, former president, he has COVID-19. He doesn't have any symptoms though, and hopefully he'll have a speedy recovery. I really, this COVID-19 thing has killed a lot of people, man. Literally and, financially. And it's very unfortunate, but I think it's starting to die down. I don't think it's ever going to go away completely, but it's starting to die down, and that's a good thing. So, President Obama, hopefully you have a speedy and healthy recovery. Tom Brady unretires. Who's surprised about that? Once Aaron Rodgers re-signed with Green Bay, I knew Tom Brady was coming back, man. That guy has the biggest chip on his shoulder, and I really don't understand why. He's like broken all the records. He's the GOAT of the NFL, and it's no question. And anybody who questions that, they're just being a Tom Brady hater, because the guy has done everything and then some, and he's the GOAT. But he's unretired, so I guess Matt Stafford and that pass to Cooper Kupp, that left a bad taste in his mouth. So he trying to get some redemption for that. So we'll see, man. But oh yeah, Vegas definitely changed the odds. They swung a whole lot once Tom Brady unretired. But for you betting people, y'all already knew that. So pick your bets accordingly. But I don't ever bet against Brady, ever. China, is giving aid to Russia now. That's military aid to Russia. I'm not surprised about that. They are allied with them. So Russia asking China for military aid that's expected. How they gonna do it is kind of tricky. But I'm pretty sure they'll figure something out. There's all kind of special forces in Ukraine right now helping with the war. So I'm pretty sure China will find a backdoor way to give military aid to Russia. That's gonna happen. The number one dog in America is the Labrador Retriever. That might sound useless or whatever, but I actually thought it was the pit bull. Most people I see, they have pit bulls. I don't know if it's like a thing. They have either these really big pit bulls or these really small chihuahuas. I think they call chihuahuas. I'm not an expert on dog breeds, but I wouldn't have guessed it was a Labrador Retriever. I think my daughter has a Labrador Retriever. I think her dog is a Labrador Retriever. If I'm not mistaken, when we went to pick it up, I think he is a lab. Couple of deaths, man. William Hurt, he died. He's a good actor, man. He was the father from Lost in Space, the new one, and he played in some Marvel movies. He was in The Incredible Hulk, and he was in Black Widow. He passed away. Tony Braxton's sister, Tracy Braxton, she died. They got this like reality show with the Braxtons that she was in, and I think she was in like Wife Boot Camp or something. I don't know. I don't really watch reality TV shows. I just read a little bit about it, but she passed away. Tony Braxton was a real famous singer in the 90s, the era I grew up in, and her sister passed away. I think she sung too, but she's died. And all you WWE fans, I know my sons know about it already because they love the WWE. Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, in the WWE, he was known as Razor Ramon. He died, man. He was 63 years old. I used to actually like Razor Ramon back in the day until he joined NWO with the bad Hulk Hogan. I ain't really like that. I wasn't a heel, but he died. What else we got? March Madness, y'all know about that. It is March. The brackets are out. I filled out some brackets. I filled out one crazy bracket. I don't know what I was thinking, but I think I got like Davidson winning it all and Duke getting knocked out in the first round. I went crazy with my brackets. I don't care because you never know. You want to pick the teams that are on paper better, but it never happens that way. It's always at least one or two Cinderellas. So my bracket is crazy. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it'll work. Of course, it was some teams that got snubbed, right? And some teams that probably don't deserve to be in. I think Tennessee and Baylor kind of got seeded wrong, but that's just my personal opinion. I'm not on the selection committee, so I couldn't tell y'all either way. What else do we have? That's it for the random news. I guess we can go into sports. NBA sports. Let's see. The Lakers got washed by the Raptors. That's no surprise. The Lakers are terrible this year. I don't know why they brought Russell Westbrook and Carmelo thinking that was going to do something, but LeBron, you got your hands full with that one. Warriors beat the Wizards. No surprise there. Man, the Bucks beat the Jazz. Good games, man. But another interesting sport thing is that Karl Anthony Towns in Minnesota, Steph Curry, and Trae Young all scored 45 points on Monday. First day in NBA history, there has been a 45-point scorer in 3 different games. And that's pretty incredible when you think about how hard it is to score 45 points by one person. They did it in three different people did it on the same day. So it's just a sign of where the NBA is headed. You know, everyone's shooting, everyone's scoring. I mean, to get 47 points, you got to shoot some threes. And Karl Anthony Towns is a big man that shoots the three. Cool guy. But yeah, man, that's the sign of the times. It's not about dunking anymore. It's about that 3-point shot. And everybody's shooting that 3-pointer. And it's working. Now, in some fake hate crime news, Justin Smallett, I don't know if y'all remember him. He did that hate crime thing, said that he was getting attacked because he was black and homosexual. Well, they found him guilty of it, and they charged him. They actually charged him to 5 months. He's going to do 5 months in prison in Cook County Jail. And his lawyers say he's been held in a psych ward, and the paperwork on his cell door indicates that he is at risk of self-harm. In an emotional outburst after he got his sentencing, Smallett rose from his seat and announced repeatedly that he was not suicidal. Now, the reason he said that was because Sandra Bland I don't know if y'all remember her, but she was in Texas and she went to jail, and she mysteriously died in jail. And there's a lot of, theories behind that, how she died. Well, Smallett is thinking that could probably happen to him too because of the nature of the crime and his status. So he's basically saying, hey, I'm not crazy, so if something happens to me, y'all better not say that I killed myself, even though the paperwork on his door says that he is at risk of self-harm. He's never actually admitted to that. So that's kind of an interesting one. And lastly, but not least, in real hate crime news, a New York woman was punched more than 125 times in the head and face and stomped on 7 times by a man who allegedly called her an Asian B-word. The victim, a 67-year-old Asian woman, was returning home Friday evening when she saw the suspect, whom police identified as Tamel Esco, in front of her building. Esco allegedly used a racial slur as she passed him, police said in the release. Now, they got camera footage, and they caught the guy without incident, and he's going to be charged. They're looking to charge him to the fullest extent of the law. Here's my thing on hate crimes. First of all, there's no place for that in society. There's no need for hate crimes. If you hate someone because of a specific ethnicity, that's not a problem with that person. That's a problem that you have with yourself. You can't just look at a person and not like them because of the color of their skin or their ethnicity, right? We all have our stereotypes. Oh, black people do this and Mexican people do that, and but when we take that or anything else and develop it into a hatred for that race, then that's a problem, man. We are who we are. We're diverse. We live on a diverse planet. Different cultures, different backgrounds, different beliefs, different practices. But just because something is different than what you know or what is your normal doesn't make it wrong. Maybe you should take the time to try and understand it first before you pass judgment or automatically hate it. All people cannot be a certain way. All people of one race cannot just automatically be a certain way. You shouldn't just assume the worst in everyone. Try not assuming the best first. How about that? How about assuming the best when you meet somebody that you've never known or never seen, or their color, Try assuming the best instead of assuming the worst. But there's nowhere for hate crimes, and I really do hope that guy gets punished to the full extent of the law. That will wrap this episode up, man. Hopefully this podcast sounds a little bit better. We're gonna do this once a week, once or twice a week. I should have some music out for y'all soon, even though I'm not a rapper. I don't know why I keep doing it, and I know I'm not a rapper. I should not be doing it. No, I'm not a rapper. But that's it for this one, man. Thank y'all for watching. As always, like, share, subscribe. Hit that thumbs up. I know y'all hear that on all videos, but guess what? That is so important when you do hit that thumbs up and you do like and you do share and you do subscribe. But all right, man, till the next one, be easy.